Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to our latest Become a Bobcat webinar. This one's called Data Science and Analytics and Management of Innovation, Sustainability, and Technology. My name is Marv Eggleston, and I'm the Community Outreach and Recruitment Specialist working in the Office of Admissions. We are so excited that you could join us this evening. We have some great presenters lined up to share some invaluable information with you. Once again, my name is Marv Eggleston. At this time, I'd like to introduce the department chair, Professor Westerling.
Hey, welcome and thanks for joining us today. I am going to introduce my colleagues here very quickly, and then we'll get into an informal presentation about the program. And following that, we'll be addressing questions. If you enter questions in the Q&A buttons down there, we'll be trying to answer them as we go along, but then, anything that we don't catch along the way, we'll catch at the end. All right, so introducing here Alex Peterson, Taya Lampiala, and Spencer Castro. So you've got four of us faculty in the program here to help answer questions. And then we have Kai Rivera is one of our student ambassadors who's also going to be helping with questions about not the program content, but other UC Merced related questions. All right, let me just share my screen here quickly. So first, just going to give you a quick overview of our faculty. This is a highly interdisciplinary approach to management in the management of complex systems department. So we have everything from physics to philosophy and environmental sciences, geography, management, information systems, socio-technological systems, cognitive science. It's a privilege to be working with all these people, and it's a lot of fun to be working across so many disciplinary boundaries. We use something called convergent problem solving. So this is basically our curriculum being delivered by faculty with very diverse management backgrounds, including organizational data, sustainability, and climate management. Along with that intellectual diversity of the faculty is paired with this flexible design of the majors, both DSA, Data Science and Analytics, and MIST, Management of Innovation, Sustainability, and Technology. And that flexible design of the majors that allows a lot of freedom of choice of the students to customize their study plan, along with the diversity of backgrounds of the professors, allows for that specialization to target a very intersectional professional landscape. We really work at the boundaries and intersections of the disciplines rather than in the middle of them. And that also describes most work in the workplace today as well. If you think about the majors in the School of Engineering, you can sort of think about them as a portion across control systems, natural systems, and built systems. So built systems, like agro-technological systems, civil engineering, so think bridges and trains, buildings, aerospace engineering. Natural systems are leveraging natural processes, whether it's biology, chemistry, physics, and then control systems are more of an abstraction, but you think about management. So the human elements of management, data systems and analytics side of management, but also thinking about control systems based on computation or electrical engineering. Out of these are coming a lot of new cross-disciplinary programs at UC Merced. And you'll notice in our list here that a lot of things that look like sort of engineering majors that you may have heard about before. But really, when you think about it, all of these majors are integrating across different disciplines, physics, chemistry, applied math, and management to varying degrees. Well, so our majors that we are offering in the Department of Management of Complex Systems, including data science and analytics, and management of innovation, sustainability, and technology are more on the control side. So, and they both emphasize to varying degrees data science and analytics or management, traditional management disciplines to varying degrees. if you think about how these majors are kind of overlapping here, at their nexus, we also have a minor in management analytics and decision making. It's primarily open to non-majors. But if you're thinking about being a student in our data science and analytics, Bachelor of Arts, or management of innovation, sustainability, and technology, Bachelor of Arts, there is overlap between the degrees. The way to think about it is that data science and analytics students emphasize more on the data science side, but they still have access to and covers some of the aspects of management. And the students in management likewise learn data science and analytics, but their primary focus is more on the management side for innovation, sustainability, and technology, organizations, and processes. So data science and analytics as a major is really about developing multidimensional skill sets for generating data-driven insights that inform real-world decision-making in social systems, economic and environmental systems, and I would say engineered or technological systems. And real-life applications include things like training, if you're thinking about things that have been in the news lately, working into the training of AI systems, looking at data feedbacks between engineered systems and control systems. And so if you think about the emergence of these new technologies in artificial intelligence, they actually are going to be putting an even greater premium on the skills that you would get from a data science and analytics degree, as well as providing powerful new tools to do data science and analytics in empirical settings. Our courses and our emphasis tracks basically can be apportioned out into different concentration areas, environmental and sustainability analytics, behavioral modeling analytics, business analytics, policy analytics. If you look at the design of both majors, they allow for further customization. So there are emphasis tracks that are basically a build your own pizza approach. And so people who have interests that align with things that are also supported on campus, like say public health, could build that into a program as well. Management of Innovation, Sustainability, and Technology, the Bachelor of Arts degree, is developing multidimensional skill set to identify and develop innovative, sustainable, and economically viable approaches to managing natural, human, and technological resources, with the overall objective of addressing challenging hybrid problems that arise in coupled social, technological, and natural systems. And you think about it, those are going to require data to inform decision making. So that's where this overlap comes from between the majors. If you're in a data science and analytics framework, you still need to understand how the managerial systems integrate with the information that you provide for decision support and how to build that in. And on the management side, you need to have some of those data analytics skills yourself as well. Notice here that most of, but not all of our courses within the department have the MIST course. That doesn't mean that they're for the MIST major only. The MIST, Management of Innovation, Sustainability, and Technology course actually predates the degree by a long period of time. So a lot of our courses are designated MIST, but they cross a lot of these boundaries. So we have management coursework, sort of traditional things like project management, introduction to entrepreneurship, innovation management under that rubric of management. We also have system science approaches, thinking about systems, how to manage them, how to think about them, how to analyze them. So geographic information systems, cognitive engineering, so looking at sort of human machine interfaces, or cybersecurity and cyber infrastructure, energy policy. So all of these are systems approaches. We have data analytics coursework also under the MIST titles. So data analysis and optimization, data governance, technical communication and data visualization skills, systematic financial trading. So these are our data-driven data analytics courses within the major that are available to both DSA and MIS majors. Environmental management coursework include things like climate justice, living with wildfire, parks and protected area management, climatology, climate change, science and solutions, energy policy. So this is actually a sampling of courses that are typically offered in the spring, including a lot of these being offered right now for the current students. So thinking like a programmer is basically introduction to programming for data analytics and visualization in R and Python. Innovation management, we're going to have a short dive into that in a moment. Cognitive engineering, another one of the faculty here, Spencer Castro is one of the faculty for that course. Data analysis and optimization are a more advanced data analytics course. Both Spencer and I have taught that class at different times. Technical communication and visualization skills to think about telling stories with data. Information systems for management, systems thinking, project management. So Taya, I was going to invite you to give us a little overview of innovation management, which is.
Hi, everyone. Nice to have everybody here. So yes, I am. I actually taught the course today. It's a course, so it provides exposure, as you can see here from the slide, to key concepts, practices, and theories of innovation management. So since this is an undergraduate course, we of course start from the beginning. So we start from simply understanding what innovation is, and what all it entails. And then we examine it from different levels of management. So from the strategic level, from the operative level, and from the level of innovation practice. The thing that I really enjoy about this course and that students seem to enjoy very much as well, is that the structure of the course is such that we have every week we have a lecture and then we have a hands-on lab exercise session where the students get to really concretely explore the things that we learn in the lectures. So for example, this week we had a simulation where the students were working in teams, just like they would be an innovation management team, an innovation product innovation team in an organization, in a technology company. So they were learning about cross-functional team skills, they learn about management skills, and analytical skills, both from the lectures and then from these hands-on exercises. We also have different types of, just like what Leroy was mentioning before. So since in our programs we want to support interdisciplinary learning and support different types of career paths, we also, in terms of the coursework on this course, also we aim to incorporate different types of variety in terms of presentations, written work, and then just hands-on project studies that the students also conduct in teams. So we have a lot of variation there too. So I guess that's about it for now. Did you want me to expand on anything else, Leroy?
No, unless you want to give a quick example of the kind of application that students might encounter in a project.
Absolutely. Like, so the application, first of all, the applications for real life work, I just had a student that came to my office hours to talk about that today. And there's so anyone who is striving for managerial positions in the technology domain, for example, or in the innovation domain, will benefit from the applicability of the skills that they learn in this class. So managing teams, navigating complex projects, navigating the ambiguities and uncertainties and risks of an innovation environment. All of this is becoming more and more pertinent with the increasing complexity that professionals are needing to navigate. That's what we aim for. That's what we strive for in the class, is to create that type of professionals who have the capacity to actually navigate the workplace of the future in this intersection of innovation, technology, and sustainability.
Thank you very much, Dave. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I just want to emphasize that those two words, teamwork and sort of hands-on or applied. So even in the programming course that I teach, for example, the students, most of their class time is spent working in teams, writing code, doing data analytics. It's hands-on. So by the time you get to the 15th week, you have all this experience actually producing things, and from graphics to data analyses to programs. So,
And that is just to
important.
add to that, that is something that I hear reflections from the students frequently, both in their assignments and then in after. I've actually had several students after graduating contact me and say, I'm using these skills currently in my job to navigate exactly teamwork, workplace tensions, for example, and then just simple managerial, not simple, complex managerial issues that they are having to navigate. So having those capabilities and then actually experientially practicing them during their studies equips you very differently to step into a professional situation in a workplace than simply hearing from lectures. And I think that is the future.
The technical communication visualization skills course is another example of something we offer, and it's really targeted at strategic opportunities for communicating to professional audiences. So the visualization methodologies, how to organize a presentation, how to organize visuals, how to deliver them strategically. Alex, I think you know more about this one than I do.
Hey everyone, yeah, indeed, I'm teaching this course at the moment. It's a highly kind of interactive course in the sense that it's learning by doing approach. So we learn not only by doing, but we learn from kind of the thousands and thousands of examples in the TED video platform. And so we think about how to kind of use kind of the straightforward but very effective methods of TED speakers to inform, inspire, and intrigue, inform, and inspire. And so this course involves giving very more technical and long presentations, but also develops skills for giving pitches, which is essentially an elevator kind of pitch that requires a very effective way of being concise and to the point. And so indeed, it addresses a lot of kind of professional avenues for communicating effectively, and as well as integrating data visualizations, which, as we all know by now, are kind of worth a million words, especially when we're trying to convey more complex and technical concepts.
Earlier in my career, I was asked to come and testify for the first time before Congress, before a congressional committee, and I asked the organizers what the most effective presentation or a testimony was that they had seen. And it was actually presented by somebody who, in addition to being a scientist in the area of expertise that they wanted support from, somebody who was good at drawing. And their presentation aids were all actually cartoons that they drew themselves that integrated information from a lot of different sources that would have been difficult to put in data-driven visualizations for slides. And so that was an eye-opener for me, that there are a lot of different skills that can be brought to bear in this area. Methods of data science and network science. I think this is also one of yours, Alex.
Yeah, so this course is typically taught in the fall. It introduces basically the methods of scraping or basically collecting data from the web, which is essentially a huge all-knowing, all-being kind of data repository, and then constructing kind of data sets that essentially can provide new insights, constructing not only individual data sets, but also integrating different data sets, looking at the value that's created when you combine different data points into a single database. And the network science aspect of this course is about highlighting and extracting information that's relational So basically, generating insights into the structure of systems that the data is representing, and also communicating that structure with the methods of visualization for networks and other kind of graph systems. And so with the advent now of kind of machine learning and neural network models, which are largely based upon network architectures, this also has another kind of dimension which it's very relevant to present day technological advances.
So our new program recap, we have two undergraduate majors currently in management of complex systems. That's the data science and analytics and the management of innovation and sustainability and technology. There's a lot of overlap between the two in the sense that the courses in each major are pretty much open to students in the other major. They have different emphases, and then they're very flexibly designed curriculum that one gives you the freedom to take additional courses very easily or to double major very easily, but two allows you to customize the courses that do count for the major to basically align with the job opportunities and the interests that you have. And then we also have a minor that is at the intersection of the two. And I think that is it for the formal or informal presentation portion today, but I'm open to any and all questions here.
I have a question about how big is this class, the student who's admitted to this major? Are they going to be taking same courses throughout the 4 year as a cohort?
A lot of the courses, well, a fair number of the courses are taken as a cohort. Compared to a lot of majors on campus, that's not huge. So this semester, I'm teaching the Think Like a Programmer course, which is the DSA 002. So that's a required course for all the DSA majors. And I think I have 30 students enrolled, and that includes all the DSA majors. I think a couple that missed, and then some people from other majors across campus who wanted to join.
So is that the normal class size for this major? What's the biggest class?
That is about as large as our classes have been getting for the major courses that are required from everybody. I think our information systems course gets quite a few more students in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's popular with other majors as well,
Right.
but that's not the case with most of the courses.
Okay, so would you say that normal class is about 30-35 students?
Well, so the caveat is we have had 2 years experience now with a DSA degree and 1 year of experience with a MIST. So right now we're watching to see how many of the students that we admitted actually end up enrolling for your.
Thank you very much. And one last other question is about integration of or studying AI's application. Is this something that part of the program? Because the AI changes so frequently now, the pace of change is
It does. And it's a topic of conversation across the school, how to incorporating without constantly chasing after.
Mhm.
One way to think about it is that a lot of the modeling techniques have been around for quite a while. So like I have used elements of machine learning. Alex uses elements of things that people now think of as, tools that go into building AI and things like that. So those tools are things that we're familiar with and can build into, advanced analytics courses and data analyses, coding courses, and things like that. In terms of actually using, like, one of the large language models in the course, in my programming courses, students are using them to translate code between different languages, from one language to another, and to provide context to the analyses that they're doing. So they're asking so my emphasis with them there is really on how to phrase a question to get the kind of answer you really want.
So one of the reasons we're very interested in Merced versus other UC is because Merced is relatively smaller, and UCs are notorious with having student teachers, and you don't even see professors. Is that also the case at Merced, even though they're small, but could the student have a closer relationship with professor there?
Yes, I personally have a lot of personal interactions with my students who reach out to me. As I said, I've had students reach out to me even after graduating,
Mm.
and even with some things that they're experiencing there. But during their studies, yes, I do think that there's more bandwidth than in a lot of other places to develop actual personal relationships also with your professors.
Student researcher in my lab who then joined my lab as a PhD student, and then now we collaborate on things. Now he's employed in the private sector.
Mm.
There's two of my former students from my policy course, a science policy course, that live and work in the same little town up here in the Sierra foothills where I live, and I see them at the coffee shop on a regular basis. So get to follow along. One works for the Park Service, one works for the county.
What's the campus life looks like there? Is there a lot of students activities, a lot of clubs?
I feel like the main source of socialization through students is student clubs. There are quite a few that the students have started up. I've been a faculty mentor of one of the clubs. We put on a fun run recently. I think that there's a lot of I think Greek life is all off campus housed. That's I think the main source of socialization. In terms of living on campus versus off campus, if you live on campus, I think you're closer to making those connections. But also, I think there's a monetary trade-off on what kind of housing you can find. So, yeah, I think that that might be the mix of the undergrads is, on campus or off campus, and then getting involved in clubs.
There's over 250 student organizations on campus, and that's growing. We try to build community on our campus. So we actually emphasize, joining a club. We have majors, we have Greeks, we have sports, you name it. But we also encourage the pioneering spirit there. So if, for example, you can't find a club that you can fit in, certainly you can actually start your own club, but you have to have five other people that agree with you so you can file the paperwork together. The other thing, just so you know, is that we have an Office of Student Involvement who creates our school calendar. There's actually something to do every day of the week on campus. This would be a great opportunity for me to share with all our attendees that on Saturday, April 18th, we will have our open house. It's called Bobcat Day. It's our biggest day of the year. Everybody who works on campus will be on campus. There's tours, there's seminars. It's a lot of fun for everybody. It's a full day. You need to register online. It starts registration opens at 8 o'clock in the morning and it runs from 9 to 2. So it's a full day. So I would encourage everyone who is, seeing is believing. And certainly when you arrive and see our beautiful campus, you can talk with students. All our student organizations will be in the quad area, so you'll have access to them. And like I said, there's different seminars you can attend, and there's a lot to digest. You can see our living learning community, so you can see the whole kit and caboodle. But it'll be a way to, understand what we're offering here and see it and make your own evaluation.
Hey, Jorge, it looks like you have some experience with this data science club we heard about earlier, but also the running team. So you want to make
Yeah, I can add on to that. So I'm actually on the track and cross country teams here on campus. Yeah, so I was part of the first class of NCAA Division Two. That was this year. This is our first year competing in the NCAA Division Two. So it's really awesome to know that the school puts such an emphasis
Wow.
on athletics, and I think it makes a great atmosphere. Being able to go to games and stuff,
Mhm.
and having a team to root for. I think a couple weeks ago, BYU came to play here, which was pretty huge. The gym was packed. There were so many people. So I think that's just a really cool experience to have, and it's awesome that the university is putting an emphasis in creating that sort of atmosphere here, and adding on to the clubs and activities to do on campus. One that's actually really related to the data science majors, the data science club that's on campus. It's pretty new. It was just founded last year, I believe so. And it was my first time going last semester. But the people there, they really know what they're doing. They have, for a new club, they have everything. Everything goes really smooth. They're working on a bunch of different projects that you can sign up for, and they expose you to different opportunities. Like for example, the data science challenge at Lawrence Livermore, which is a 2 week sort of summer internship that you can sign up for. So yeah, they just connect you to a lot of resources that you might not have been able to reach if you hadn't put yourself out there, you know?
Well, thank you all for joining. We look forward to seeing you on campus. So if you come to Bobcat Day, we look forward to meeting you. Look forward to having you come attend in the fall.